What's going on, guys? So, I have not been to bed yet. I tripped balls last night, and I just want to kind of give you guys some lessons I learned. Some lessons I learned. I think if we all just were ourselves, we'd be better off. Now, the common sense thing is we all hear, just be yourself as a kid and just be yourself, but you have no idea how much that fucking is. Anything you've ever rolled your eyes at or said is bullshit or said or that it must have been easy for that guy or one of those moments, that's why you feel the way you feel. Genuinely. Like, you, I think as a species, we forget and forgot that we're gonna fucking die. Death is my, most, it's the thing that I guess inspires me the most, right? Death. Now, tripping balls last night reminded me that we don't have much time, but we have time. We Because death is around the corner, we really only have about 100 years to make an impact. So while you're sitting back relaxing, thinking you have time to sit back and relax, you do. You do have time to sit back and relax. I think it's so fucked up and funny how humans live in this weird thing where, because a bunch of people on the internet say, you gotta work hard, work hard, work hard, then you're looking at yourself like, man, I just want to sit down and relax. And then you're looking at yourself like, man, I'm not doing enough because, they're telling me to work hard. And, it seems like I'm not doing enough because they're working hard. And it's all that's bullshit. Stop paying attention to what the fuck I'm doing. Stop paying attention to what the next person's doing. And pay attention to what the hell do you want to do. That's just my thing I realized last night. Tripping balls, right? That, I I used to look at what other people are doing, and now I genuinely am so confused when people are there's gonna be people that talk shit about you. There's gonna be people whatever. Something I haven't really mentioned on camera, but I'll mention here. I don't give a fuck, right? So I lost a tooth. And me losing a tooth was a little self-conscious, right? Because I don't have the ability to really take care of it or go see a dentist or whatever for any time within next 6 months. Hopefully in 6 months I can get to a dentist, get shit taken care of. But something I realized about myself tripping balls is that's one of the only things I've not mentioned on camera or whatever because it was something I was generally self-conscious about. I'm like, oh my god, what if I smile and what if I'm a missing tooth and yada yada yada, and it's hilarious. I realized I have a gorgeous fiance who will be my wife. I have a family, I have a life. Life's great. The funny part about reality is life is about your mindset more than anything. Now, you could chop down to say why you had the problem you had in your life. I could chop down to say why I had the problem in my life. From drinking way too much cola soda, from a child until now. The fact that the way my childhood was, growing up, whatever, brought me the problem I had. Now, I'm not saying, it's someone else's fault. No, it's my fault. Everything in life is my fault. Whatever. I'm just saying I don't give a fuck. I genuinely do not give a fuck what people think about me. I just took five, 250 microgram hits of LSD last night, right? And I trip balls all the time. Some people look at me like I'm some fucking drug addict, which is hilarious, right? Because there's times where I don't need to trip. I took a 2 year break from tripping. Psychedelics are not a need. It's not an addiction. It's not a whatever the fuck. It's that if anything, I'm addicted to learning and growing and forced evolution and forced growth because psychedelics just force you to grow in that way. But the only thing there's just so much information I just learned last night or that I've already known, right? That so I could sing my ass off is something I've realized last night. My main problem is fear. I my fiance is so beautiful, she makes me nervous. Beautiful girls make me nervous when I'm trying to sing and sing whatever. But it's realizing your fear so you can face it is the first step. Realizing a problem so you can figure out a solution is the first step. So while some people sit here and are worried or bugged out about one problem. Like, humans are either insecure about a physical thing. That's why when I talk, I like to talk about me personally. So, like, it's like the Eminem thing, but not really. Because, like, I'm not in a battle with anybody. I'm not battling anybody. There's no competition. Because there is no competition if you've generally found yourself. You, you can't compete with someone who's found themselves because they are not you. And they know that. So, what I've realized is that's what the game is all about. Is finding out who you are. And being so comfortable with who you are to the point where it looks like fucking madness to the rest of the world, but that doesn't matter. True love looks like madness to the rest of the world. Like, anything that's worth living for looks like fucking madness. And if you're not living mad, then you're most likely living sad, and that's pretty fucking sad because without madness, sadness, happiness, all these nesses, these are the things that, in a sense, complete life, the circle of life, right? Some days you're happy, some days you're sad, some days you're good, some days you're motivated, some days you're not. I think we need to be more comfortable with what is instead of fighting against what is or running away from it. You know, there's this weird things in life that I realized last night as well. So last night, funny thing, me and my girl kept getting advertised this drug on YouTube, right? Every song we played, it would like advertise this fucking new drug or whatever the fuck. And we're sitting there like, yo, bro, we don't need your drugs. Like, we got our nice shaman toolbox where we have our nice assortment of shaman tools that we use. But it was just reminding me, there's, I guess, just how the world is, right? The fact that the world is gonna put so much things in your face, from how to look, how to dress. Like, over the, I don't know, last 6 years of my life, I've found what fits me best. I like to dress like this, but I also like dress shirts as well, and I also like whatever. And sometimes, like, I found my own personality. I'm not as hippie as people think I am, or I'm not as pieced out and hippie as I would love to be. I have so much flaws, it's ridiculous. But I do not give a fuck about my flaws because I'm so good at what I can do. What I'm good at is doing what I'm good at. And that's what the trip told me last night. How many people are thinking about what the fuck are they good at? And it just made me realize so much shit. The fact that so many people die miserable, right? Just bluntly, just say it out bluntly. A lot of people go through midlife crises because they feel like they didn't do enough in their 20s and 30s and whatever the fuck. They could have did something better. They could have did something more. Just maybe realizing that life is now on the back end and you're getting closer and closer to death. But I've been thinking about this for like the past 2 years now, you know, ever since I was like 24 years old, thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna die one day. So get the fuck up and do something. Oh yeah, I'm gonna die one day. So, like, some people look at it as, I have a family to feed, so I gotta get the fuck up. And I do have that as a backup motivation type backup thought. But realistically, the thought is, I'm gonna die one day. So I need to make another video. If I have a song idea, I need to make a song. If you're a fucking author and you don't write a book before you die, no one's gonna give a fuck but you. You're gonna hate yourself. That's facts. Like, no one gives a shit until you give a shit. Like, the fucking weird thing about the universe is this is generally based on our thoughts. What do you think? How happy can you be? I laugh at the people who are sitting there chasing money, chasing happiness. The second you become it is the second you'll see it. And the second you won't need it. I don't need happiness. I don't need money the way people need money. I need money because it's a tool in reality that we use to whatever the fuck, right? But nothing other than that. I don't give a shit about the dollar bills, y'all. I don't give a fuck about, like, any of that. If anything, yeah, like I said, on the back end, and I do think I have a family, so like I do think about, I want my daughters to be good. I want, I want to make sure me and my girl are living good, whatever. Not even for me. Sometimes as a male, you just want to make sure your girl's living good, right? But none of that even matters really, because are you living good now? You can strip genuinely everything from me, and I know I'll be happier still than like so many other people. And this is not, and what I hate about this shit is no one wants to hear about happiness, and I feel like all I want to do is talk about it, because what the fuck are you doing not being happy? Like, what is genuinely so fucked up in your life that's preventing you from genuinely being happy? You mean to tell me you have it worse than me? Like, you mean to tell me maybe you do, but then I could find someone who has it worse than you, and everyone doesn't want to hear that shit because they want to think that they have the right, and they do, but they want to think that they have the right to basically cause a hissy fit about why their life is the way there is. Do you want to get depression, or you want to get sad because you never became the man or woman you were meant to be just because you listened to everyone else who's a fucking idiot around you? It's no one's fault but you. And what the psychedelics show me every time I trip balls is everything I'm talking about now, and everything I just talked about in general. But like, it shows me that I know who I am to the fullest. I generally don't give a fuck what people think about me, so I'm free on that sense in my mind. That like I'm free to be me without even thinking about it. I don't think about what I say. I don't think about whatever. It doesn't matter who's in front of me. It doesn't matter who's around me. It's like you get me, and I know how to filter myself in a sense, quote unquote, because like you can't just immediately meet someone and be like, so you know that we came from most likely the Anunnaki, and they changed our DNA and human genome number 2 and yada 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 and all this other shit, and psychedelics and DMT space is death, and you can't just go in on people like that. So, but I guess I've realized certain things. I guess what I'm trying to say in this video really is that you really need to find out what the hell you're here for, and that's that, and you'll be the happiest person alive. Um, Find yourself, be yourself, and just do the things that you were meant to do. And if you do that, you will feel fulfilled and feel like you're going somewhere. Go towards what you want to do. Why are you unhappy? Most likely because you're not doing shit that really makes you happy. Like these are common sense shit that everyone's like, psychedelics don't really do much because they teach us common sense shit that nobody listens to, which is remember who you are.